think we should be live. Let me see if it pops up. Yes, we are live. Let me do quick about chat. One second, guys. I think we are ready. Let me see. Let me put the link on the Discord as well. And we are live. What's going on, guys? What's going on, guys? Market is pumping. The world is burning. Market is pumping. Let's see. What's up? Joey Lay, Chayman, Beaufort, Lauren, Wannabe Trader, Danielle, Para. What's up, guys? New week, new opportunities. Man, the world is getting crazy. Get again. What's going on? Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening even. Dynam. What's up, my friend? What's up? What I wanted to do on this chart, I wanted to do fixed range volume profile for the last week. So where did the last week start? It starts here, huh? And it's until here. Okay, perfect. Now we have the last week. Toretto, Lokesh, Ixihia, Gonzei, Jengun Blaze. What's going on, guys? Happy Monday. Let's see what the market gives us. I mean, can you really have a bias on this market? Can you really have a bias on this market? Because this market should be bearish. Are you taking any longs in this market? You never know. You never know. Shorts, longs, you never know. I just arrived to my computer. I'm getting used to the whole charting thing. Haven't traded for a few days. Huge. What's up, my friend? What's up, guys? 4925k. All the legends in the chat. Let's see. The more we bump, the more I want to short this, because the whole thing should be quite bearish. I mean, what's going on in the world? But let's see. We are at the orb highs. Let me mark the orb high and low here as well. Let me mark the orb high and low here as well. The pressure is off. I took a payout, so now I took a payout, 11k. Now it's another money taken from Top Step, so now it's a little bit more chill in my eyes. Like, let's mark some hourly highs here. Let me make them yellow as always. And we have these. Same on NQ. We can mark those out. This one is here, yeah. We also have this high here, okay. 4 divergences. I feel like every Monday after a break from trading is like, what is trading? So true. So true. ISM manufacturing in 30 minutes. Yeah, I know as well. I'm patient with that. 11k, Jesus. Yeah, man. The payout record, as always. We pull receipts. One time I needed and I stopped working. Don't do it. You need much more than that. Where I can go payouts. So, just because we always pull the receipts as well, right? So today, 2nd March, I requested 3 payouts. It was more than 11k, but they take the 10%. So I got like 9.7 is actually paid to my account. The last time we took payout was January, so it was time to pay. Music too high, no worries. We're gonna fix it. Now we're waiting for the payout. Killian Snow, what's up? Market is super bullish right now, but I don't trust this at all. I like every single TikTok, Instagram reel, Reddit comment, everyone was like short NQ, long oil, I mean crude oil, and long gold, right? Everyone was like, do these things. And as soon as I saw that everyone is shorting Nasdaq because of the war, I was like, no way, this is gonna dump when the market opens. No way. They never make it too easy. They never make it easy. What are the levels? We bounced again, huh? We bounced again from the daily 200 EMA. That thing has been holding us 1, 2, 3, 4 times now. The question is how long they can hold this 200 EMA. I honestly think not so long anymore. If this 4-hour candle doesn't close above this 9 EMA, I might go short and play the inverse orb, because I don't like the best case for bulls. The best case for bulls is why it's not. Wait. Why it doesn't show me the same drawings that I have here? What the fuck? Let's wait a minute. Something is wrong with my charts. I want to see exactly the same drawings. What? I don't see the same thing here. Save. Can I now see? Yes, now they're here. Okay, perfect. No, it's still not the same. What the hell? So strange. SMT on Asian high? Where was the Asian high? Ah, yeah, we are in the same area. Did one of us take it out? Man, this thing is okay. Now it's in the right place. Okay, now my charts are fine. We don't have divergence, right? We just it was the ES took it out. I see a little bit. Maybe. Oh, we don't have one thing. We don't have anchored VWAP. This is the orb. Are we gonna close those candles into the orb again? Why not buy more accounts? Do you trade ICT? No, I don't trade ICT. Why I don't buy more accounts? I mean, I have 4. I only can buy 1 more account here. Man, we closed February green as well. That's so crazy. March is a blank statement, but I think it's one of the last times we will show this winning streak. 3 accounts, no red days since 7th of November. This was 7th of November, it's 4 months ago. 4 months we didn't have a red day. Now going into March, we want red day. Honestly, I think I need red day more than new green days, because my psychology can finally reset. But man, what a streak, huh? Now I think it's fair to call it. It's fair to start saying that the streak is over, because I don't want to focus on the streak, but man, we did 4 months of not a single red day. It's actually crazy. It actually was insane run. I agree with you, Buffo. Let's wait for the news. I think we have only 6 minutes to wait, and price is not doing anything, but I like how it's developing for the shorts. This 4-hour candle seems it doesn't want to close above 9 EMA. If it doesn't close, I think it's quite bearish. And the 5-minute is starting to show some bearish signs, but is this the moment? What I wanted to say earlier is I think the best case for bulls is we get zombie rally. Make everyone think, oh, the war doesn't affect the markets, it doesn't really matter, the markets will do what they want, which is true, but at the same time it's like, yeah, Would be strange to see all-time highs when we have the situation we have. But I mean, everything is possible. But yeah, I think like if we zombie rally today, I would expect the price to be quite a thumpy in the next few days. Like think about it. What's the best way for the market makers, the bigger ones, to bait you into longs? It's making you believe that the market is super bullish by not having a single bullback. That's what zombie rally is, right? It's not a single bullback in sight. We have a long way to go in the session. We're only open 25 minutes. But do they actually zombie rally this? Time will tell. 3 minutes is above 65 RSI. The first signs of 5 minutes is above 65 RSI as well. The first signs are there for the zombie rally. 15 minute is also closing above 65 RSI. It's kind of giving me maybe mixed vibes that I wouldn't be surprised if they do zombie rally today. I wouldn't be surprised. But let's see, we have 5 minutes until the news. How's the 15 minute? 200 EMA holding us right now. A lot of EMAs to take again. Maybe we get this 24,980. Let's see, this 4-hour candle is closing at the same time when the news will happen. But if this 4-hour candle closes below this 9 EMA, that's quite freaking bearish. Not gonna lie, that's quite bearish, and likely we maybe not see zombie rally. I mean, we don't want to predict this market. Zombie, no, not zombie rally. It's zombie rally. Zombie rally is just like the slow melt up. The price is just going up with no pullbacks. We had one, I think, last week. I don't remember the day. Maybe Tuesday. I don't remember. We had one. Zombie rally is just the price stays 15 minutes. Like you see that it's crossing the 65 RSI. And if price, like what price does on those zombie rallies, the RSI does something like this, and the price does this fucking throwbox. The price does something like this. Like the bullbacks are so small, and if you step into shorts, you just watch the trade go against you. It's not gonna be instant. Not gonna be instant stop loss. It's gonna take its time. It gives you some hopes, but it's never gonna have a good pullback. We have 3 minutes before the news candle goes. Pietro, what's going on? How you doing, my friend? I mean, there is a chance, right? But I mean, it's my first war that I'm trading, so I never traded a war. What's your actual BL for today on Dubstep X? I got lucky and came 9 minutes after the opening, so I don't get trapped in this pump. 0. I haven't taken any trades. My March calendar is empty so far. I haven't taken any trades. I have 4 accounts. None of them have any trades. I'm waiting for 2 more minutes. It is, yes, ISM is red folder, and it also prices are orange folder. You should see it if it's a red folder. Mark Wade, what's up, Mark Wade? How was your weekend? Why not copy on the 4th account? Because the 4th one is fresh and I want to leave some backup. Like, you never know what's gonna happen, right? Maybe I lose, because I'm trading 3 accounts and copying them, maybe I will lose all 3 of them, and then I have another account as a buffer. It's more like the safety thing. And another rule I have is, since this is a fresh account, it's like 1 week old. I think I got it last Friday, so it's only like few days old. Then I will make this to start copy trading these once the balance is the same as here. So if I size up here a little bit, try to get more trades here, if I manage to put my balance into same position as I have here on the leader account or the other 3 accounts, or 2 accounts, sorry, then I will make them all copy trade at once. But why not jump on a short position? I don't have any setup. What do you see Pietro do jump into shorts? I mean, we have 1 minute. I will wait for this 1 minute, but we are holding the New York VWAP, so there is nothing is screaming short except the fact that we are at the orb high, and you can kind of play the inverse orb here, but I don't see anything. Okay, we closed the candle. Did we close it? Did the 4 hour close? 4 hour close is not so bearish. We closed above 9 EMA. Now we're looking to bounce from here maybe. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you are doing well, Carex. Bullish because Iranian people will finally be freed. I mean, I see the vision. Let's see. The news didn't. Okay. Does anyone know if these numbers are good or bad? ES is below 9. That EMA below 9. What you mean below 9, Toretto? You mean 15 minutes? It's below 9. 9 EMA, you mean? I don't see it. But I like how this 200 EMA. Let's see if it holds us more. I don't know. This is starting to feel like a zombie rally day. The day I hate most trading. 400 ES closed below 400 EMA. Let's see. Yeah, you could say that. There is a close below 400. You're right. I don't know. Mondays make me careful for shorts. Especially if they want to bring this market down this week. Monday is going to be bullish. But I don't see the short setup yet. I mean, it's kind of developing. We are kind of making. We just made new high on ES while NQ didn't make new high. But this might be. Let's see if NQ doesn't make a new high here. Maybe we have a small divergence. That can be good. We have a small divergence. We have a small, super small, but it is divergence so far. Let's see. Patience is the key. Patience is the key. ES is rocketing, but we are still not green for the day. Do they want to close the screen? Let's see if this divergence holds. Might give me extra confluence to maybe start shorting this. Let's see, 27 minutes, 200 EM. This is ES. Let's see, NQ 24, 97, 940, 24, 97. I like this 940 to 970. I really like the area because you have 21 EMA on 4 hour. Then you have 1 hour, 100 and 200 EMAs, and you also have 30-minute 200 EMA. It's quite juicy area here. And you also, if you come here, you feel the cap completely, the overnight cap. Quite juicy area to maybe look for shorts if something else aligns. How do you read the Keltner channels and the Watson envelope on your chart? To be honest, I don't have Keltner channel anymore. I only have Watson envelope, and I only check 1 hour of Watson envelope, because usually when you come to the top of the Watson envelope on 1 hour, it's kind of signal that you are a little bit overextending. It doesn't mean you go short, but it's just like a good information that, hey, maybe we are a little bit too bearish or too bullish, like it's a little bit overextending. Like right now we are close to this Watson envelope 1 hour high, In terms of Keltner, I don't use them anymore, but if you want to use them, it's really simple. If you're outside of them, like on the upper side, you're super bullish and you want to hold this first line of the Keltner, or the top line, you want to hold it as a support. If you break the upper line, you come test the middle line. If you come test the middle line, you come test the lower line. Like that's the main rule. Like here is a perfect example. You break the upper line, you hold it as a support for quite some time, you break inside, you hold the middle line, and then you break out and you hold the upper side, and then boom, whatever happened here. But that's like the main logic. Like you, or the same thing vice versa to the down, right? If you break out, you want to hold this lower line and you see the middle is getting rejected, you get rejected to the middle, that means you come down to the lower or the bottom line of the Keltner channel, then you go outside, you hold it as a resistance, you go up. If you don't break the middle one, you're probably gonna come back down. It's fairly simple, but for me, I don't feel that I need it as a, like, you can use it as a confluence. I don't see anything bad in that. Okay, we don't have divergence, right? Yeah, we don't have divergence. It's just, for me, it was too much in terms of the confluences. Like I didn't feel the need for it anymore. But 1 hour Watson envelope, it's so strange. It's not updating my charts on the left monitor. The same chart. So strange. Super strange. But yeah, Watson envelope 1 hour. I think it's good information when we are a little bit overextended. Did ES break into the VWAP deviation bands? Yeah, we kinda did. And we haven't closed any candle outside of the VWAP deviation bands. If ES starts going into VWAP deviation bands, that will be juicy for potential short setup. Are we doing it? Are we gonna close 1 minute candle into the VWAP deviation bands? Man, that will be juicy. That will be juicy, because that means that the price is gonna stay inside of them and it's gonna build a nice short position, right? You know what's gonna happen when the price goes into those VWAP deviation bands? It's gonna dance inside of between those lines. As soon as we break after that dance, when the dance is over, I mean, we are barely closing candle above it, but as soon as the dancing is over in those VWAP deviation bands, and price doesn't like to stay inside of them all day, mostly 1 or 2 hours, and it can cook a really nice short. Probably my favorite short setup, when we are inside of them and then one comes out. We took nice long last week based on those, vice versa. Haven't seen chat too closely, but has anyone seen the new rules on Apex? Also, NSO, do you have a code for buying Apex accounts? I want to buy some and give you the promotion. I should make one, huh? But no, I don't have any codes, unfortunately. NQ RSI divergence of 5 minutes. Yeah. Where? You mean this one? The thing is, why I don't see it as a divergence. Yeah, I see your point. Like, it's making a lower high on RSI, kind of like downtrendish. But the issue is it's above 65 RSI. The 65 RSI is the problem for divergence, because if you're above that 65 RSI, you don't want to short, right? You want to short when we get rejected from the 65 RSI, because that's like it will show us that the whole thing is a bear trap. But when you're above it, yes, you have divergence, but you want this divergence to play out in a way where we at least come below that 65 RSI. Then you know the zombie rally RSI is kind of destroyed, and then it's good. Name of the indicator. Oh, nice. We are building a nice short. It's, if you come to my charts and indicators in the Discord, then where is it? It's here. It's called, and this is also in Discord, but this is called VWAP STTV Pens V2 by Yankeezy. I'll put this in the chat as well. Let me put this in the chat as well. it's this one, and then I have a little bit settings change. You need to go to my Discord and then you will see. I mean, this is the most important, right? I tweaked a little bit of those settings, so I don't think they are default. Maybe they are, but as far as I remember, they're not. ES doesn't want to hold itself inside those Vive activation bands. Let's hope it does. I mean, if we get rejected from here, we're gonna go down. But I still have hope that we're gonna stay in those Vive activation bands. I hope. Okay, we closed candle below it. It's kinda bad for longs in a sense, but it's kinda bad for shorts too, because I want this position to really build up. I want it to really like come to my lap. Give me choices short from those Vive activation bands. I think it's a little bit too early, but let's see. I don't see any divergences, nothing on this chart. Let's see on 5 minutes. I mean, it's not the worst short setup based on the Vive activation bands, but we're still not in the EMA region. The EMA is around here, 960, 940, so we still have a little bit ways to go. If you want to short, I will be patient, and that's what I'm doing. I want to short, but not now. I want to short, but not now. And that orb is really wide, huh? 280 point. I mean, it's actually not the widest, but it looks wide. It looks wide. Let's see, the 3 minute is bouncing 60. Everything is right now zombie rally, or it's indicating we are bullish, because you're above 65 RSI on every single time frame. There is no bearish signs yet. Maybe when 1 hour comes to 65 RSI, but right now this is everything is supporting the bulls. So I think it's too early to short this, especially when we don't get aggressive reactions from those Vive activation bands. But guys, I'm telling you, this might be building up for amazing short. I love shorts from the deviation bands, especially when we start dancing inside of them. ES needs to dance inside of them much more. We need a nice setup, but it's giving us slowly, right? We are grinding higher and higher. It's giving us slowly maybe the signs to. Okay, we fill the gap as well. The cap is filled on NQ, the overnight cap. No shorts yet for me, but I like the idea of shorts soon. And if I get played by the Vive activation, if I get played by the zombie rally in this short, I'll probably not trade until tomorrow, because you know what zombie rally usually means? It means the huge sell-off is coming. I never seen zombie rallies continue for days and days. Maximum I have seen is 3 days. Was the painful 3 days, because I didn't expect price to do it for 3 days. But once that 3 days finished, we got like 2 weeks of selling. So maybe the longer the zombie rally, the heavier the selling later. Maybe. Let's see. Guys, 1 week and 1 day from now, and I will be back on Dubstep TV. Time flies, huh? 1 week, in 1 week, and in 1 day I'm gonna be back on Dubstep TV. Hopefully we can find some trades as well. Now I don't have the pressure to go there with my green streak. I've showed it once, and now it's, yeah, honestly, March will be focus of, I don't want to say focus of getting rid of the green streak, but at the same time it's like, this was, I don't want to even, it looks so cool and everything, and it's like nice to, I don't want to say nice to have, but it's like nice achievement, like, hey, I haven't had a single day for how many freaking months, but the way it affected my psychology in terms of sizing down and being only in good trades with one M and Q, and not having the chance to scale out of my trades and take more profits and so on, like all those things. That's why it would be good to get over and done with it. But maybe we do 5 months. Maybe I will size up a little bit. If everything shows you that it's a bull, why waiting for short, as you said? Why I'm waiting for short? It's just a setup that I love. The setup I love is, let me show you. Let me actually show you in a single chart. So the setup I love is my general rule, and you probably are quite a new time viewer as well, so you probably have missed when I explained it on stream. But those VWAP deviation bands act in a funny way. At first, they start super tight, right? Like they are really close. And essentially what VWAP deviation bands are showing you is how big is the volatility. And what I want to see in those VWAP deviation bands is them breaking, so they get wider, right? Once they get wider, they become stronger. So now, since we are in the process of making them wider, especially on ES, you can see it right now. Like you see, they were, they were quite, like they started super tight. We break them for the first time. This is overnight session. I don't care so much about it. I think London break them again, so they got wider again, and now look that they are pointing up, so they are becoming more wider. And now it's more important for me because that's actually the New York session, which is for me the most important. And usually, like my perfect short setup or long setup, it doesn't matter which way, is, or what I have seen in the market is price starts to dance inside of them. We don't have it yet so much on ES or NQ. If it doesn't happen, I'm not gonna take a short. I want the perfect setup, right? But the price starts dancing inside, and I took long last week based on that, and we had an amazing trade. We went against the trend exactly at the right time. But what I look for is price breaking those VWAP activation bands, and then whether it's ES or NQ, it's better if they're both inside of those VWAP activation bands. If one of them closes candle outside of them again, my assumption is whenever we're gonna go back to retest them or try to test them again in any way, they are much stronger. They give much more aggressive reactions. So it's just the way the market is developing, the setup I like, not so much, hey, the market is super bullish, just go long. It's just, I don't have anything right now that will tell me to go in because it's a good setup for longs. I think the best setup for longs, if you had balls, was New York VWAP, because New York VWAP was telling you that it's holding as a support. So your best bet would be that you long from here and just close the trade when you close 5-minute candle below it, because that would be your trade idea invalidated. If you still want to long, probably 15-minute 9 EMA, which is here, maybe your good bet. But why I want to short, for many reasons. Well, one is if you go on a little bit higher time frame, we have those 1 hour as we see right now. Price is reacting to them, but we have those 1 hour EMAs here. We have 4 hour EMAs above us as well. My general rule is that, and it's what market usually shows us as well, right? It's if you're below those EMAs, especially on the higher time frame, then you're bearish, because like if you're above them, you're bullish. If you're below them, you're bearish. So the fact that market is still below those EMAs and we are getting nice reaction from 100 EMA right now, which is actually the area where I wanted to short. 950 was my first idea. We'll see if the VWAP activation band support it, but it's things can look bullish before they look bearish, right? And same thing vice versa. Things can look super bearish and then they suddenly look bullish. But right now I'm waiting for price to give me some, like, give me reasons to go short on a small time frame, because if the small time frame starts breaking, then I'll be like, okay, if we start breaking small time frame, we're probably gonna start breaking higher time frame as well. We have news. My phone, Trump, phone troll. Okay, we have Trump speaking about Iran, some news there as well. But right now, like, this whole thing about EMAs is happening on every single time frame. Obviously, the higher time frames are more important, but if even on 3 minutes, if you're above this 9 EMA, I have zero arguments why you are not bullish. You're of course bullish because you're holding the 9 EMA, which is like the first boss. And I think I explained this before as well, but EMAs are like, if you experienced any video games in your life, it's same with like bosses, right? You start with the beginner, you start with easy boss, you need to kill them. Then the next one is 21 EMA, it's a little bit harder, gives you more, you need to be a little bit wiser, a little bit better in your game to destroy 21 EMA, and then you have the final bosses, 100 and 200 EMA. And it works in every single time frame. And for example, if 3 minute now starts to lose this 9 EMA, it's telling me that hey, lower time frames are slowly breaking the bullish momentum. Right now it's showing me bullish because it's holding the 9 EMA. But as soon as we close candle, like 3 minute candle below it, I will be like, is it this the first time we actually start breaking, like as a bears? Like are we doing some damage? And of course, like I still believe the whole war thing and everything. Like even if you say that there's defense stocks, and not in Nasdaq, but I mean in Nasdaq I think you have Palantir, which is kind of defensive stock, right? But even on Nasdaq, but E especially, like there is defensive stocks and these things are going up right now, and that takes the price higher. Like even though you have those kind of things, I think it's my first war, right? It's my first war trading. I don't know how the price will do at war, but my assumption, like logical assumption, is people will take money from markets because they're like, we don't know what's gonna happen. I need some cash. I need some safety money. So I think we are overall bearish because of the war for logical reasons. But that doesn't mean the price can give us this zombie rally thing for a few days or make everyone believe we are still super bullish, right? Market doesn't usually follow logic exactly. It follows logic maybe with a little bit delay and so on. But wait a minute, I like how it's developing to the shorts now. But I hope it helped IVN. Hey bro, don't think about the streak. Whatever happens, you did it, and even if you win or lose today or tomorrow, you know that you have an edge. Let's go. And I'm starting to want to. It's not the ideal setup, but we got rejected exactly at the EMAs. This is we got rejected at the 1 hour EMA that I was just explaining. Like we are getting good rejection from that, and I think like if this 3 minute candle closes this 9 EMA below this 9 EMA, I'm jumping into shorts. That thing is starting to show cracks. But NQ is testing now orb high, so why short? You are kind of right, but at the same time we have such a wide orb. Do you want to play the orb break? Like the thing with orb right now is, if you place your stop loss outside of the orb, if you really place your stop loss here, it's ridiculous stop loss, right? But I mean, it's just maybe it's for me, but it's so hard to be bullish on the market when we have shit going on in the world. It's so hard. And you see, we are not closing this 3 minute candle above 9 US. Maybe that retest was amazing, but it's so hard for me to long this market when the shit is happening. Like every time the market goes up right now during the war, I see it more as the shorts are coming. It's just like it's hard. It's never gonna make those shorts easier. It's not gonna make it obvious. Oh, we have a war, we're gonna dump the market. That's why I'm a little bit believer to maybe zombie rally today as well. But Ro, it's a good question. I think it's just psychology that I don't like to long if you're below those EMAs and they have more bearish bias. But in a technical sense, it makes sense because we are not closing, at least yet, 5 minutes below. It was quite perfect orb retest as well. Divergence too. ES didn't test the orb high, NQ did. I don't think it's bad idea to long from here based on that. but it's just, we'll see. Are you Russian? No. If everything shows you, okay, sorry. Morning from Vancouver. Mason, what's going on? Popes Matty, what strategy do you use? I use different strategies. For reversals, I use VWAP activation bands, which are here. I use EMAs for the trend continuation, so if the trend is super strong, then I try to follow the trend with 15-minute 9 EMA. So this white stairs here on 15-minute. If you get retracement here, maybe I consider longs, because then you're playing the probability of playing the trend, that the trend today is up, and then you sometimes have those retest of the 15-minute EMA, which give you good entry to follow the trend. Really appreciate the insights and that you share with us. Well, I hopefully you find something useful in them, and I know some of you do, but I truly hope you find them useful. Let's see. At what price do you want to take the short? I'm interested from this, actually exactly where we topped out, quite similar, like 950 to 970. I think it's gonna turn around, honestly. I think it's might be the time to short, because that 3-minute, if this 3-minute gives me this candle close below this 9 EMA, I might be going in. I might be going in, but it's not closing any candles below it yet. It's holding it nicely. But yeah, like 940, 950, 970. Why? Because again, we have those 1-hour EMAs, which are giving us nice reaction right now, but this reaction can be super temporary, but everything aligns here. 21 EMA, 4-hour giving reaction at the same time. It's not the worst. Things align, huh? 27-minute 200 EMA at the same area where 100 EMA. If you give me a sign that 3-minute is closing. Do you use default setting of a VWAP indicator? Not really. So if you go to my Discord and you go to my charts and indicators, you will see the VWAP activation band settings. I will put it in the chat as well. This one. So you go to this channel and then you find all the settings. If you have to explain this, what video I have to watch? Give me 1 second. I'll let you know. I'm thinking of possibly. There's so many things that align here. So many things. Those EMAs don't lie. Those EMAs. Did we close? I'll answer your question. Yep, we closed. Okay, I'm going in with one. I'm gonna build at least 2 contracts into this position. I'm gonna give my stop loss little room, and we'll see. We'll adjust the target. We'll see. But I'm going in. If you explain, yeah. So what video explains the VWAP activation bands? VWAP activation bands is, I'll show you right now, and I will make new videos on these as well because a lot of people ask them. But if we close this 5-minute candle into this orb high as well, man, that will be perfect. But this one is this one. It's 47 minutes and it's only technical video. It's explaining the VWAP activation band and everything around it. Okay, we are closing the candle into the what's the VWAP 977. It's can give it like this. And give me 1 second. I want to actually enter with 2 contracts, but I will scale in a little bit later if it's possible. Man, 200 points don't look like, it looks like nothing, huh? It's a little bit too wide stop loss. 977 was the VWAP activation band. 977. Okay, we'll see. But This thing is turning slowly bearish. This thing is slowly turning into bearish. We broke the 5-minute 65 RSI as well. The question is, are we gonna come to those London lows? 400 points. Man, 400 points is a little bit, I feel a little bit too much. But you never know. I mean, it's, the shit is going down in Middle East. This market, I just don't expect this to happen on Monday. But we are, yeah, we closed 3-minute candles below it as well. Nice. 5 minutes, not yet. Let's see if 5-minute cracks too. So 5 minutes, I want to close the 5-minute candle below those. Like, it starts to develop story, right? First you close 3-minute candle below 9 EMA, then hopefully you close, hopefully in terms of my short, you close 5-minute below this 9 EMA, and that it goes higher and higher, right? It starts to crack from the short time frame, and then it goes to a higher time frame. Let's see. We have plenty of things to overcome. Where do you put your stop loss in this situation? Right now my stop loss is above VWAP deviation band. I use wide stops because, again, like, I believe that stops should be where your trade idea doesn't make sense anymore. But for me, my trade idea makes sense until we break. God, this toolbox is annoying as hell. Until we break like that VWAP deviation band, because that will signal me that we're gonna continue bullish longer way. As long as we are inside those VWAP deviation bands, I don't want to short this. I want to short this when we come out of these. So my stop loss is at the same level where the VWAP deviation band is, because that's, I'm expecting a reaction from those levels. And since those VWAP deviation bands are gonna be a little bit running away from me, it depends, like it's gonna get higher, right? It's gonna follow in a sense where it's a little bit running away from me. Then at some point, of course, I'm not gonna increase my stop loss based on that. But when we are increasing the whole VWAP deviation band, I'm also kinda 400, 200 points, man. 200 points, man. 200 points doesn't look like anything right now on this market. Market is volatile. Sometimes 200 points look like a lot, but right now it really doesn't look like a lot. This is 196 points, and that's crazy. This market is super volatile. You really want to size down in this market, because this market is volatile. If you are in with 1 minute right now, you are up 500. That's crazy. That's crazy. Let's see, we are fighting with the dragons right now. We are fighting. Do we have? I have 2 charts. That shouldn't be the thing. Let's see how the ES acts at the orb high. This will be super important information for my short. How we act at the orb high. If ES starts bouncing here, maybe it's not so good idea. Do you keep this trade going for longer, or maybe go to break even? But let's see. I only care about, when it comes to orb, the only thing I care about is how 5-minute candles are closing. Like, I want to see this 5-minute candle close into this orb, otherwise meh. We'll see, we'll see. Can ES close this candle below this orb? We have 1 minute and 30 seconds to find out. We have 1 minute, and what's the EMA doing on a 5-minute? Okay, we are closing the same candle that decides the orb fate, decides 5-minute 9 EMA as well. So double confirmations inside here as well. If this 5-minute candle closes below this white stairs, then we have slayed 2 dragons so far. We have slayed 3 minutes 9 EMA, and we have slayed 5 minutes. Then the next one is, of course, 15 minutes will be the real test. But so far, we'll see, we'll see. I don't wanna start jumping and celebrating before the candle closes. Seen this happen too many times before. Let's see how the March start, huh? And this is for everyone to see as well. I can close this right now green and tell that, oh, the green streak continues. I don't do it. I will lose the trade, I will win the trade, it doesn't really matter. I will trade the way the plan shows. I'm so confused with this many time frame jump here and jump here. It comes with time. That's all I can tell you. It comes with time. You get used to it. You don't need to check so much. You don't need to check every single time frame. I use it for like, okay, ES didn't close the candle below it. ES didn't close the candle below it. Kinda signed maybe. Man, the break even is so close, but it's kinda giving me a sign that we should go break even on this trade. Man, I'm gonna ride this. I'm gonna ride it no matter what happens. Where are we bouncing right now on NQ? Still the New York VWAP. I mean, if it doesn't close candle below New York VWAP, there's no chance for shorts. There's no chance for shorts if we don't close any candles below it. But Laurent, it takes time, and at the same time you don't need to do the same thing as me. The goal is not to trade like me. The goal is that you understand different story elements that the market is telling you, whether it's RSI, EMAs, and so on. Like everything else comes with time. By the time, if you use EMA concepts for 1 month, you focus on EMAs, you see how they act, how the story, like the only thing I'm switching between time frames is not because that's my trading style or anything, but it's giving me confirmations. It's like 3 minutes needs to start really breaking those EMAs for me to see those same breaks on 5 minutes, right? If 3 minutes doesn't break this 21 EMA, for example, there's not even a chance that 5 minutes will break this 21 EMA. There's probably not even a chance that 5 minutes will come and test it. So it's more like putting the story together from those smaller time frames to see if the story aligns. Can you explain New York VWAP? Yeah, it's super easy. The New York VWAP is this yellow line, and the New York VWAP is you just go to this projection thing, and you click on the anchored VWAP, and I can do it for you, or how do I do it? You click on the anchored VWAP. Let me remove the old one so you understand how to do it. But you click on the anchored VWAP, you come to the candle where the New York was open, so this 9:30 candle or whatever time it was, but it's important that you locate the New York opening candle, you press here, and boom, you have a New York VWAP. It's just the VWAP that starts to develop from this candle, because the normal VWAP is overnight. It comes from the London Asia overnight session. This new VWAP is only based on from the New York opening. So it gives you a little bit idea what the New York wants to do in a sense, or like general rule is if you're above the VWAP, you're bullish. If you're below the VWAP, you're bearish. So it gives you a little bit information, especially if it's early in the session, to understand like right now this VWAP is holding as a support super strongly, and that's why I said like if we don't break this VWAP, it's no bueno for my short or any shorts. And based how it's developing, I would say my short is cooked. But we'll see. I'm still protecting my trade with the VWAP deviation band. Yep. So I mean, I don't wanna stay in this trade anyway if we break this VWAP deviation band. Then I will look for new short later. So that's why my stop loss is above that VWAP deviation band. But don't try to confuse yourself with 10 different indicators like I have and so on, right? Focus on just nailing, understanding few of them. Let's see if the RSI is giving us any divergence so far. maybe this one. If this doesn't close below 65, you finally took a short, brother. Yeah, I'm in a small short, but I think this short might be cooked because we didn't break the New York VWAP. We bounced on the ES orb high as well, so might not be so good. I have wasted 3 years of trading career. I've been only backtesting, hoping from one strategy to another. I couldn't make one single long-term profitable strategy. Can you tell me how you do what you do? The first thing is there is no strategy that is like, oh, okay, there are strategies that are statistically profitable, but I don't believe the whole trading success or trading profitably success comes from the fact that you found a perfect strategy. My whole approach of the market is a little bit different. Like, my approach is play the orb breakout, right? Right now it would be logical sense to go long because we are holding kind of the orb high in a sense, and you look for orb, you look for long because we had the breakout, we had the retest, so it's kind of screaming medium long. I'm in short for different reasons, but what I'm saying is I don't think there's one holy grail strategy, because like one thing you can't backtest or you can't measure when you test those strategies, especially with coding, is you don't backtest your emotions. No, they didn't move me already live. I took another payout yesterday or today, and they didn't move me to live, so my accounts are still safe. But no, they didn't move me to live. But going back to Hamad's question, it's for me like how I see the market, and maybe in 2 years I'm gonna say that now I see it completely differently. I was wrong, but this is how I see it right now. Is you need to have a good understanding of different elements in the markets, like why, if you don't have this New York VWAP deviation band, you don't really know why we are bouncing from here, right? So you need different tools that give you information why things happen, and you want to use as useful tools as possible, meaning that you don't want to use tools that don't give you answer, right? That's the first thing. And for me, I think like sticking to one strategy is bad idea for 2 reasons. One is what happens. I'm gonna answer your question a little bit later, guys. But I think my short might be cooked. We have long way to go. Wide stop, 989. But like, why I don't think sticking to one strategy is really good idea. We took those EMAs back as well. Yeah, I think my short is cooked. Is because the market changes every day. The market doesn't give you the same conditions every day, or at least if you have one strategy, like the first problem you're gonna have is you're not gonna have many trading days where your strategy works, because your whole strategy is set on a certain market conditions, and a lot of times market doesn't give you those conditions. So now the question is, even if the statistics show you that you have a profitable strategy, do you know your emotional state in terms of holding it, like not holding yourself from trading on the days that setups doesn't come? Because you can have a profitable strategy that works on certain market conditions, or it needs to give you a certain setup, and if you don't have it, maybe you enter because you're bored. Maybe you're like, I haven't found any trades, this looks like a good entry, let me enter, and then you lose. And then you're like, well, the statistics say this strategy is working. Let me see if it's dark outside. The statistics is saying that this strategy is working, but it's not working because you took emotional day on the day that the market didn't give you a setup. Like that's I feel the first problem with having just one strategy, because then maybe it's a good thing, but you need to be strong enough to not trade on the days where you don't see your setup. Like that's the thing. Like, are you strong enough? If you are strong enough, then you should stick to one strategy and only trade when it comes. And then you need to be ready that on the days it happens where your setup arrives and you click the button to enter, then you need to be okay with losing and not entering again for 3-4 days maybe. I'm not saying it's always going to be the case, but you need to be mentally ready for that. That's like the first thing with one strategy. You have super limited options to entry into the market. Now the second one is, since market conditions change, then what, I mean, it kind of aligns with the first one, but what you're gonna do if your strategy doesn't, if your setup doesn't appear for 2 months. That's another question. So my whole approach is like, you have different elements: RSI, EMAs, VWAP activation bands, New York VWAP, 15-minute orb. It gives me ability to try to execute on different market conditions. Like if you're zombie rallying, yeah, I hate trading zombie rallies, no matter how obvious it looks like, and it's probably easy day to trade if you just can execute as a robot. I think it's psychologically super hard to trade, but technical wise it's easy to trade. But it's more like having a variance of different setups or different things that market can show you, and then you can jump in on those different. I think it's like retail can take advantage on inefficiencies in the market, like by having an edge on certain inefficiencies, because the institutions can't do it because of the liquidity, right? If you spot an edge where statistically you should win every time you take a setup, you can exploit it until it doesn't work. So, and the institutions can't do it because they have liquidity issues. So it's kind of like, can you find the same edge in different market conditions? Like, can you find a setup today where it's not your main strategy? Like, do you have any alternatives? For me, the whole alternative is what those elements, like what story are they telling me? For example, right now the story is like, hey, we are not closing candles above this 1 hour 100 EMA is holding us. As you see, it might break in any second, but you have EMAs telling me, hey, we might have rejection point. If I get stopped out, I get stopped out. I will find a new trade. But it's having different like story elements that give you different story every single day, and then you try to put that story together. But I think, guys, my short might be cooked, but we'll wait until the deviation band, because my stop loss is, we still have a little bit, we have 60 points to go. But I think if I get stopped out from this trade, and if it don't go into those VWAP activation bands, I think it's zombie rally day. What happens if they move you to live? Nothing. I'm not gonna have 3 accounts. I'm gonna have just 1 account. So right now I have 4 accounts, but I don't have ability to copy trade. The ability to copy trade is you can multiply every single profit by 3, or how many accounts you have, right? So it's just losing the ability to copy trade, which kind of makes me need to make more in a day with 1 trade. Right now I can make 1 trade and be done with the day because I have multiple accounts. Oh yeah, we made divergence too. Let's see. If this holds, this short is becoming stronger. But we have our, I would say this is a first valid divergence. Thoughts on being a scalper? Somebody harps on scalping since all you need is volume and range. 2 things that are almost every day. I love scalping. It's just the problem with me with scalping is oftentimes what I consider as a scalp will end up as a really good trade to hold. So I like scalping because you're not exposing yourself to the market for a long time, right? The more you're exposed to the market, the more you have money, the more chance you have money to lose money. The more chance you have to lose money, right? So I like scalping. It's just like every time I try to do quick scalps, like I could have taken $70 profit in this trade too, right? And just find a new entry perhaps and so on. But the problem with scalping for me is you either always go with 2 contracts and then you scalp the one and keep runner because you never know. But for me, the only thing is like every time I try to scalp or try to take fast trades, which I do sometimes, like my trade frequency is not so high. My trade holding time is not so high. But as soon as I take scalps, those scalps are actually really good to hold. So I think it's also like how you develop your trading style. Can you manage your scalps in a way where you let them run if they have chance to run? Like how do you manage coming out for positions? But I think scalping, if you're on the right side, if you have like scalping is really like flow state activity. Like you need to be in the flow, you need to understand exactly what market is doing in a sense. Like sometimes you enter into this flow state, right? You're like, oh shit, I have really good understanding of what market is doing right now. Let me enter for 5 minutes, get out, let me enter again. Like it's up to you. When you remove the live account, do you have to start all over? No, they just put all my account balances together. They combine them into one account. It's just the difference is right now I'm on simulated funds, so this minus 100 that I'm losing right now, it's not real money. Payouts are real. They pay me real money, but for Top Step, they are still placing their money that I'm gonna fail on simulated and I'm gonna buy new accounts and make the money that way. Like they don't give me real capital yet. But I think the reason why I'm not live yet, maybe it's also because I don't have 5 payouts yet. I have 3 payouts now with these accounts. But I think it's also the fact that I'm not, like my account balances are not so high. I think they're not so eager to move you to live account when you have low account balances, because it doesn't make really sense so much. Like to have a small account balance size in live, maybe, I don't know. But no, you don't start from the beginning. Really like to see you use Bookmap one day so I can learn from you. Yeah, it's gonna be one day. Definitely Bookmap is interesting, man. That divergence so far is quite good on those things, on those indexes. That was a profound and thoughtful answer. You're basically saying your edge is from discretion, different elements of the story which came from live market trading, not historical data. Yeah, like for example 15-minute orb, where you throw out the 15-minute orb and you wait for the breakout, you wait for the retest, and then technically, like, I don't play this today, but technically you can go long here and it's actually a good trade, right? Like orb itself is probably the only strategy where I can tell you statistically it plays out over the 5 years time, because it's probably like you don't even need to do it yourself. It's probably one of the most researched or one of the oldest strategy for floor traders. And again, this is my knowledge. If I'm wrong, I am completely okay being wrong and don't take anything as a fact. I'm just saying what I have heard and seen. But 15-minute, not 15-minute or 5-minute, 15-minute and so on, all those orbs are really common, like technical trades or mechanical trades. It's the easiest for machine to execute, no matter if you're retail or a hedge fund or a bank or whatever. Like it's easy to execute because you have really easy rules. You wait for that 5-minute, 15-minute candle, find what's the support resistance of that candle and play for the breakout. So in terms of orb, I have the data that it should be profitable strategy, but I play orb 3 different ways still. I play what I just explained, where you go on this retest, you go long, and then you put your stop wherever. And then I also play where if we are super bullish, which we haven't been since October, but when we were super bullish, I played orb. I didn't play so much, but like in hindsight, it made sense to play the orb based on the high time frame trend. So when we came down to this orb low, after forming it, you go long and expecting the high time frame trend to support your idea of long, and then you just wait for the break and retest. And then I also play the inverse orb, which means that I sometimes expect price to stay inside when the ATR is super high or the volatility is super high. I'm expecting the price to stay inside of the orb and just trade for the whole session here. Last year it was more common, like if Fridays gave me super big orb or super wide orb, I was super confident to play the range of that orb, because Friday itself used to be, at least in 2025, Fridays used to be quite range bound, so orb kind of gave me the range extremes and so on. But otherwise, yes, Hamad Excel, my whole market approach is more, I would say, forward testing. If it's playing out for me for the last 4 months, I'm gonna continue playing it until it starts failing, and then I'm gonna be like, okay, maybe I need to change something. But it's truly like just putting the story together, and we're not closing 1 hour candle above I was like, this 1 hour candle might be closing above this 100 EMA, which would cook my short, but now it's looking even better. But it's truly like putting a story together between those things. What are the high time frame showing me? High time frame EMA is kind of showing me we are bearish. Of course, your last high time frame is the daily in a sense, and as you see, we bounce from that 200 EMA, which is kind of logical because that's like the final boss of this whole uptrend, right? If you really close daily candles below this red line 200 EMA, you start to doubt if we have the buy the dip market for some time, because market naturally isn't buy the dip, because it's indexes, all the pension funds, all the people's investments usually goes to those companies or those indexes, so they're naturally bullish. But maybe like as soon as daily crosses below that 200 EMA, maybe that's where like the market shifts from buy the dip do something else. So it's truly like putting those stories together, starting from the higher time frame, and then I look for if the short time frame starts to confirm whatever idea I'm running on a higher time frame. Like, does the, I call it the I start. Are you still in your shirt? Yes, I'm in my shirt. What is the reason you don't talk all the extra money out? Take as much as you can. Because I can take 50% of my account balance. My account balance before this payout was 7.9, 7.6 or something. That's what I closed Friday. And you can take only half as a payouts on XFAs. If I move to live, the payout rules change as well. I can do, I think, daily payouts. But right now, I can take 50% of my account balance out when I'm taking a payout. So that's why I took from all three, and that's the beauty of copy trading, right? I can take payout from all three, and then it's 50% from one account. If I have 8,000, I take 4,000, 4,000, and 4,000. And I mean, like in a sense, like if I will take everything out, like 100% of my balance from all those accounts, then in that case it would also mean that I need to start from the evaluation or the combine account again. I am still in my short. As you see, I'm getting cooked by this market. Nothing major, but we don't have momentum down as well. Yeah, in dubstep you're 50% limited, or you're like, they allow you to take 50% of the balance. And that's why, like, sometimes you really need to wait for your payout if you want a bigger payout, especially if you're playing with small size like me, right? I'm risking right now $220 on this trade, which is not much. It's pretty much nothing. But like, if you build your account balance with the small wins like I have for the last few months, it takes more time as well, because if I want a bigger payout and I want to take 50%, I also want to leave a nice buffer. Right now, as you see, my buffer is around 4,000. Depends how, if I lose this trade, it's gonna be like 4.1. But it takes a little bit more patience, but at least once you pay yourself the payout, it feels really good, because you have the multiplier. It's probably the best feeling. Go on the dubstep page and start requesting payout, and then you request payout from each account. It's juicy. You think the short entry is good here, or the short idea is weak? I mean, if you want to play safe, right? the entry here is good because let's say if you enter right now and you want to play it safe, you can also play something like this. You enter right now, you get out when we break out of this range that we are making. I don't want to say longs or shorts are good because again, I never want to be responsible for you losing money. If I lose money in front of you, I don't care. It feels a little bit shitty, I'm not gonna lie, to lose money in front of live audience, but I have done it at least 10-20 times on my stream. I have lost trades in my stream. Now I'm used to it. I know there's gonna be one guy coming in the chat, you're stupid, you should only long, and I don't disagree with them, but that's their best time to use the time, right? It's hard to come to the stream chat and talk shit when I have a green streak, and I think the last 2 weeks there hasn't been a stream session where I have taken losing trades too. So we've been streaming and only taking winning trades. So usually when I finally have the loser trade like I might have right now, then it's a perfect time to see some people coming into the chat and being like, oh, you don't know what you're doing. And I mean, I agree. If I'm losing, I probably don't know what I'm doing. But I just can't answer if it's good to enter short or not. If I'm in a short, maybe it's a good idea, maybe it's a bad idea. But that's why I don't sell signals or anything, because I just it makes me feel like shit if I'm responsible for someone else losing money. If I have a really good track record in stream, like I have had for the last 2 weeks, I think we won most of the trades that we took on stream. Of course, in my head, I was like, holy shit, I'm giving those guys 200 point trades. Like we took so many 200 point or at least 100 point trades last week and on stream. And I was like, of course, in my head, I was like, man, I am giving people for free like 100 point trades consistently. But there is another side of it as well, right? There's this side where I'm losing. I might be losing this trade. So I really don't want to be responsible for you losing money. I want to see close under New York VWAP before I get back into shorts. That sounds super reasonable. I think like right now we are above the orb high. We are holding the orb as a support. Like nothing is telling me that short is working out. It was when I entered, then we had this, right? We closed 5-minute candle into the orb and we were testing New York VWAP. Like it was giving so much more hope. But now when the little bit time has passed, it doesn't look so great for my short, especially knowing it's Monday. It's maybe not playing out. But yeah, it's always with the live streaming as well. Of course, trust me guys, I don't want to enter losing trades. If you're watching or not, I don't want to enter into losing trades. But it's gonna happen. Like there is not a single person who is invincible in this market, except Nancy Pelosi, of course. Let's not put legends into statistics. Or again, okay, there's someone else who is 100% win rate as well. They're the course sellers. People who sell courses, they usually have 100% win rate as well. But of course, I want to win every trade I take, but it's impossible no matter what I use. Trump is going to talk, be prepared. Yeah, I'm protected. That's protected with my stop loss. That's like, I love shorts, and I'm shorting right now as well. But I love shorts because shorts give you profit usually quite quickly. If you're in the right short, usually like the market moves, I would say, more aggressively. Like usually like, the stairs up, elevator down reference. But what I want to say is like, now when we're entering into this Middle East war thing and everything, that thing will be like stop losses. Like sometimes I don't have a stop loss when I'm with 1 micro, because I'm like, okay, I can manage this, right? It needs to move so much to really start like doing bad things to my account if I'm with 1 micro. But right now I think we are in the territory where there's gonna be a new headline every 3 hours. There's gonna be some news every 2-3 hours. Somebody is negotiating peace. The other side says no, we are not negotiating. I think this already happened, right? Where Trump said Iran is ready to negotiate, and now Iran said no, we are not. So these things will happen, and these things will probably give those nasty wicks. Or I had experience where we had the bear market for 3 months last year at the same time when the Trump tariff thing happened, and I was in a short, and then the news came out that the tariffs are paused for 90 days. Trump started to tackle. 75 is watching. This is, oh wow, we have 75 people. Of course, we have record viewers when I'm taking losing trade. Of course, when I'm gonna take losing trades, we have the record viewers. Jokes aside, but I was in a short before they announced that Trump is backing out from tariffs for 90 days, and market rocketed like 2,000 points. If you were there, you know, you remember it. The market rocketed like 2,000 points, and I was in a short with 1 micro. I was like, I'm not gonna put stop loss. So we've been bearish for 3 months. You're gonna tell me something is gonna happen if I short this with 1 micro and I'm not gonna have a stop loss? I can manage this trade. If it goes to minus 300, for example, I know it's 150 points. Yeah, 150 points, 300. It's okay. I will close it manually, take a bigger loss. I will manage it. I went to eat something. My trade was open. I saw on my phone that the news came out that Trump tariff backed away from tariffs. I came back. I was minus 2,000 with 1 micro, or even more. I was like minus 2.5 thousand with 1 micro. I was like, holy shit! I didn't even know this thing is possible in this market. I didn't know you can lose so much money with 1 micro, and that's when I learned my lesson. Like, hey, if you are in the time when there's a lot of news, maybe put the stop loss regarding like how big or small the size is. I learned to never leave my screen without the stop loss in place. That's so true. Like, at least until Trump is president. At least until then. And again, I don't mean this in any political way. I don't share any political views in this channel. But I'm like news-wise. My second day with you, and I cannot wait to take a winning trade. Man, guys, stop this. We have record view of people watching me, and I have a losing trade. I think this is the first losing trade in a stream in the last 2 weeks. Every trade we have taken on the stream for the last 2 weeks has been green. If you don't believe me, every VOD is up there. But no, it's no matter lose or win. It's just everybody in this space, right? No matter, you can have 25 years of experience, you will still lose your trades. My second day with you, and okay, I saw this. But I think this short is cooked. I think we are seeing what we kind of predicted in the market open. It is the zombie rally day, and I think it's only safe to long if you have balls, which I don't have. I don't think so. I hate trading zombie rallies. Again, if you don't know what zombie rally is, it's pretty much what's happening. You don't have any big pullbacks. You're not breaking out like super aggressively. You're just grinding. You go a little bit higher, you consolidate, but with the smallest pullbacks possible. Yeah, I think I'm cooked with the short. You consolidate with super small pullbacks, and then you grind up again. And the main thing is you stay above that 65 RSI, which you see we are holding on both on ES and NQ. Yeah, we had a little breakdown, but now we are reclaiming the 65 RSI, so I don't have any hopes for this. Are you feeling pressure today? Nah, to be honest, the whole thing that I took payout left me pressure, and the whole thing also, like, you know, when I felt pressure, yeah, I think I'm gonna be stopped out here, but you know what was pressure? It was this last day, because on one hand I was like, fuck this green calendar, I don't care about it anymore, right? But at the same time I was like, okay, if this is the last month of the green streak, at least let's make it clean, right? We have every single day in February, let's make at least it green. So that was, I would say, the biggest pressure I have felt in this green calendar. I was like, I shouldn't care about this green calendar, but let's keep the last day green, and then whatever happens will happen. But yeah, I think this is stopped out in few minutes, and then we look for new trade. I will give myself maybe 2 more trades, but this is looking super bullish now. I don't think this is gonna play out, and we don't have divergence anymore as well, so I think we're gonna go higher. But the question is, will this VWAP activation band hold? We'll see. Oh, off topic, but you should check the new Super Strike mouse from Logitech. I got mine and CS has been great with it so far. I know. I was thinking, like, I always celebrate my payouts. If I take a bigger payout, like this one, like 11,000, then my general rule is celebrate it some way, right? I don't celebrate it by going on a crazy shopping spree, but it's more like a celebration of like, hey, you did it, you took another big payout. Well, you need to win a trade to afford it. True. If we finish today green, if we come back from this minus 200, maybe it's time to buy. But no, I've been thinking about it as well. I was like, also like, now I'm taking 11,000 from Topstep. Maybe now it's the perfect reason to buy myself a new mouse. But I've seen the mouse. I'm hyped for it as well. I don't think it's in Estonian stores yet, but if it comes to our stores, yeah, I might be the first one in line. I might be the first one in the line to buy it. Everybody says the CS feels so much better, and yeah, it's that VWAP activation band escaped me. I wish I can put my stop loss where the VWAP activation band is, but I'm not moving my stop loss. I don't see the need. I rather entry again, and I mean, I kind of manifested it. I told you guys the green streak needs to end in March. Maybe today is the first day it actually ends. Maybe I manifested this exactly on the first day of March. We'll see. But this is probably gonna get stopped out. Man, we are 30 points away from my stop loss, and it looks like it's 1 point away. Market is volatile right now. I'll buy it for you and mail it to your P-box if you have one. I did that with a watch that wasn't for sale in... the mouse it's in stock in Finland. Oh, we have some Finnish friends here. What's going on? No, Keragen, it's fine, thank you. I appreciate it. No, it's usually Estonian shops should catch up. Well, let me see on another monitor. And then you can all grab a popcorn and enjoy me being stopped out. If it gives you a joy. What was it called? Super Strike, Logitech. Win trade, to be honest, is it? if you switch the stop loss to oh, you're Estonian, just lived in Finland. Yeah, it's Estonia, Finland, I would say quite same thing. If you flip my stop loss with take profit, then it's a win trade, but I don't think it's a win trade. I mean, we tried, market said no. Friday's POC is coming up. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't feel uncomfortable shorting this again if something, if some confluences come. I really want to have my stop loss above this VWAP activation band, but that would mean that I would extend my stop loss with 12 points, and I think my stop is wide enough. Like, if you're wrong here, you're wrong, like I am, and I feel it's easier to find a new trade. We just need to come back from little deficit. Blue 3 evils today with revenge trading. Lol, really bad day. I mean, we all are sometimes victim of the revenge trading. We all are victims of the revenge trading. Okay, we don't have it in Estonia yet, but I think we should soon have. If you start losing trades, you can always start selling courses. Don't tell everyone. Yeah, suddenly, like, imagine one day I'm gonna be like, hey guys, no more stream because the green streak is still going. I made 100,000 and now I have an offer for you guys. 99% off. It normally costs 10,000, but now it's only gonna cost 900 because I'm really kind. I like giving people big discounts. If you buy this course, you will be forever profitable. No matter what trade you take, you're gonna have 100 win rate after this course. I think I will have like 3 subscribers left after that immediately. That's a real bitch, right? I mean, who would say no to a course that is usually 10,000, but now I'm giving you the 10,000 course with 900? It's like, why would you say no? Don't you know that if you buy a course in trading, you're gonna be right? There's no losers. You'll be rolling in cash. No, I think nobody will. Maybe someone would, but I think course selling a little bit, like if you sell a course in trading, like, don't get me wrong, I understand everyone who sells a course who have been trader for at least 10 years and they can be like, here's my broker statement, I worked in this bank, I was a retail trader for the last 15 years, for the last 10 years I've been profitable, here's the broker statement, here's my portfolio from 100k to 3 million, this is how I trade, I will give you a course, how I did it. I understand. I will pay the money for these guys. Like, if you have real credibility, like, hey, I've been in the game for 10, 15 years, I have a broker statement. But for me, even like, yes, I haven't had a single red day, so you can see maybe there's some edge playing out. But I wouldn't call myself, like, money-wise, yes, I'm profitable. Like, I'm taking so much more in payouts than I have ever invested into trading. Don't get me wrong. But money-wise, I don't feel like, or like my track record in trading, I don't think is even enough to claim that I'm profitable. But you need to, like, the only person I understand who are selling courses is like, maybe they've been trading for 15 years. They've been profitable for 10 years out of the 15. They're a little bit older. They're like, I just want to invest. I don't care about the markets. I've been trading for so long. It doesn't make sense for me to trade anymore. And I'm gonna sell a course, how I did it. I'm gonna share super valuable information that actually helped me to stay profitable for so long time. I want to retire. I want to just focus on investing, and that course will give me extra money. I'll be like, that's the perfect course seller with not being sarcastic. Like, that's, I would be like, yeah, you should sell a course. I will buy you probably a course. But right now I think like the whole course selling, excluding people like this, is kind of like making a deal with the devil, if you know what I mean. Like, you know you're gonna scam so many people. You know it, right? Before you sell a course, you know you're gonna scam people, because in the end of the day, you're gonna go brush your teeth in front of the mirror. You're gonna look yourself in the mirror, and you're gonna be like, yeah, I'm making money from teaching people skill that I don't have a skill for. Like, they know they are not profitable traders. So for me, it's also like, how can you look yourself in the eye every single day? I don't care if it's a Louis Vuitton mirror or $20 IKEA mirror, you're still seeing the same reflection. Like, how you go in front of the mirror and be like, yeah, I'm living my best life because I am scamming people by telling them that I'm good in something, and then I actually make my money from just recycling. Like, I think most of them recycle some ICT concepts as well, if I'm not wrong. And again, I'm never against ICT concepts. I think there's plenty of traders who are profitable with ICT. I think You can be profitable with any strategy or any published strategy. But I'm just saying that they use the easy way out as well. They kind of like copy ICT course, put some new names on there, and then they're gonna be like, that's it. I love your daily course rant. I knew my message will start. We never stop dissing course sellers, huh? We never stop dissing course sellers. No, I mean, like, it also comes from the fact that I was a victim. I wasn't a victim of course, but I was victim of Signal Group. And after that, I was like, yeah, I understand trading industry. I understand. There's two things in trading industry. One is crypto, where, you know, I've told you guys as well, I've learned so much from a guy called Bare Naked Crypto. I learned so much from him. And he was one of the first who's starting to talk shit about those course sellers. Like, he was like, hey, the whole industry is bunch of fakies who sell courses. They make money off courses, not from trading. Like, don't waste your money on them. And now I'm following him on Twitter, and then in crypto you have the Burma bulls. You have people who say, oh, XRP will be $100 by that time, or Bitcoin will be $100. And I always told you guys as well, like, if somebody is predicting price more than 1 week, they're full of shit. Nobody knows. Nobody fucking knows what the price will do. Again, Nancy Pelosi, the legend is exclusion, but in the end, we don't know what the price will do. We don't know what it's gonna do in 2 weeks. We probably don't know what it's gonna do tomorrow, but if you are, I don't know, super focused on your like PhD in finance and you understand macroeconomics and you understand economics on a deeper level, maybe you can throw some expectations or targets because of the numbers showing you, but it's not gonna be 17-year-old who says that Solana will be $500 in 2 years. And he calls them out, the Bare Naked guy, who I learned a lot. He's on Twitter. Like, there are guys who tweet that, hey, XRP will be $107 in 2 years. And then Bare Naked is like, let's put money on it. Let's place some money on it. If you're so serious about your prediction, let's place money on it. Put it on escrow and let's place a bet. And like, it's the same thing. They predict prices, or they are bullish in crypto because the audience is usually really young. They have their first investments in crypto, right? We all know crypto success stories. They invested into coins when they were cents, and now they're hundreds, and now they make thousands or millions from those early investments. We all know those stories, right? That gets the younger audience investing into crypto because we see those get rich quickly schemes or get rich quickly stories from crypto. And then if you're bullish in crypto, you get a lot of followers because people like you being optimistic. People like that you tell them something that's going to happen, which will benefit them, right? If influencers tells you that the Bitcoin is going to be 200,000 in 3 months from now, what you're going to do? You're going to invest all your money into that Bitcoin. But if you already have money in Bitcoin, you're going to be like, I like this guy. He tells that Bitcoin is going to be so high. Imagine the car I will be driving if Bitcoin goes there. Imagine the house I'm going to be buying if the money goes there. Why I'm not going to put more into it? So everyone is kind of abusing that by being super bullish on crypto. And Bare Naked just goes on Twitter like, hey, you predict the price? Let's put money on it. How old are you? I'll give you a chance to guess. I told this on stream as well. It's not a secret, but it will be interesting to know as well. Am I aging in the right direction, or am I aging much quicker than I should be? What do you think, Rimal Hotra, what do you think? How old am I? 27? Close, Kerrigan? You haven't heard? Okay, Kerrigan, haven't heard. I actually told my age in the stream as well. 27 is close. 55? Correct. You are my stop loss, correct? I know you're kidding. 28 or 29? Yeah, 29. 29. I think I look exactly my age, to be honest. I think I look 27, 28, 29. Man, we didn't... You look like a model. I wish... I think my height is quite modelish. I'm 190 centimeters. I don't know in feet. I think I'm 6.3 in American height numbers. Not the model height, but close. Yeah, you could model, I agree. Oh, guys, come on. My hairline is too way back here to be model. You look good, my friend. Oh, you guys look good. Come on, you make me blush here on stream. Screenshot and send to my girlfriend. I will earn an extra meal. I'll say like, hey guys, hey my girlfriend, you see what people are writing? I deserve some kind of nice dinner. You have a handsome boy. Don't blush. I'm trying, but you guys, man, if we hit this trade, I might get naked on the stream. Nothing a turkey could fix. Next course, how to be a model. No more streaming. Yeah, well, guys, I told you, like, there's been occasions where someone comes to the stream. What's the best way to make money? I always say that, sell ass. Is RSI heading to short direction? I like how 5-minute RSI is definitely developing, because we have a downtrend on 5-minute RSI. Again, 5 minutes is not the best to look for answers, but you need to find your story starting point from somewhere, right? And RSI has been since the open, so this was the open, and since the open we've been downtrending, but the price has been uptrending. So based on RSI, yes, it's kind of developing a story for shorts for sure. Your OnlyFans will blow up quick. 190 centimeters, about 2 feet and 2.6. How do you say 2.6? We are the same height. Let's go. I'm in the same position. Kate, what's going on, Kate? How are you doing, Kate? Haven't seen you today in the chat. We are in the same position. I mean, I had a bad entry. I had to survive a little bit. It came so close to my stop loss. I can't believe this trade is back to break even. I was so sure we get 6 feet 2 inches. 6 feet 2 inches. Got you. What a comeback. Yeah, man. We didn't need to find a new trade yet. I mean, I never celebrate before the trade hits my TP. But there's definitely a story. Like, we are again on the orb high. If this retest won't be successful for the bulls, I'm starting to get some confidence in this trade. But it's been quite a long hold. Maybe a little bit premature entry, but I can't believe it's actually working. It's actually, we are making some pace to the downside. We are actually selling. Oh wow, what a comeback. Somebody, wait, I know, I think it was you, Rimal Hotra, who said win trade. You saw the vision before I saw the vision. I was like, how is this a win trade? We will go down, it closed the gap, and that's it. Yeah, Kate, sometimes it is so easy. I like your analysis. Sometimes with those gaps, it sometimes really is. You go close them and boom, you reverse. That was the objective of the rally. Yeah, Kate, I think the only... I mean, actually, you have a super good point, because we started rallying immediately, so that's kind of like telling you that, hey, we're gonna probably fill the gap. The only thing, Kate, with that is sometimes you get those gap fills like on Wednesday or even Thursday, right? There's rare occasions where you don't even go. I mean, usually at least one ES or NQ, at least one of them fills the gap. But yeah, I totally get you. You have a good idea. The only thing is, like, if you trade those gaps in a way like as Kate is explaining, just be ready that maybe it's not Monday you're gonna fill the gap. Maybe it's Tuesday, maybe it's Wednesday. Like, it can happen. My name is Peter, by the way. Haha, I'm Bulgaria. Ah, okay. You're Peter. Okay, now I remember. If Kate comes to the chat, you're not Kate. You're Peter. it makes my life better as well. Like, trust me, if I'm screaming Kate, Kate in my stream and I go out from my room after stream, then I'm not gonna have a nice look from my girlfriend. So if you're Peter, that makes my life easier as well at home. 400 trade took profit. I mean, someone asked me as well when I was at stop loss, is it bad idea to short? Again, I don't want to give trade recommendations because I don't want you guys to lose money, but it was a good time to enter short. Of course, I didn't know it. I'm not saying that as a hindsight. We also have the RSI divergence. Yes, the RSI is actually playing out really nicely. 15-minute close below the RSI. Man, I hope we go do my DP, but my DP is far away. From the top, it's 300 points from the top. So, I mean, am I a little bit too optimistic? Maybe, but it depends how we're gonna start getting momentum down as well, because that 15-minute candle closed really nicely. That previous 15-minute candle closed really nicely. And now if you make a top wick on this new 15-minute candle, you guys might be onto something good here. Also, we are going to have break of structure in 5 minutes. Yes, even 15 minutes you can say we have break of structure. Like, yeah, we didn't take those lows in terms of the candle close, but yeah, on 15 minutes I see the last low here, we kind of broke the structure. I mean, I can still be stopped out. I'm not surprised if this market just makes a new high, stops me out and goes to my direction, but now I'm getting more and more confident in this trade. More and more confident in this trade. Come on, take TP or SL. Let's go. Let's hope. Let's hope. We have a long way to go to my TP. But let's see. Okay, oh, we closed 5-minute candle into the orb as well. The confluences are confluencing. The confluences are confluencing truly. If ES breaks inside the orb as well, I'm gonna be quite confident in this trade in terms of hitting my TP. The only thing missing is the ES and NQ divergence. I agree, and that's the only thing that's still like I can be stopped out. Like NQ will make new high, just for the divergence. You never know. It's always possibility, but sometimes you don't need them as well. Sometimes market doesn't always give you the textbook reversals, but I like how it's developing. I like we are developing. Man, we were so close to my stop. We were truly so close to my stop. Let's see, financial choice is making my phone sparkle. Oil super tanker rates soared the record on the Middle East conflict. Man, that's one thing that we're gonna suffer as everyday people. The prices are gonna be much higher because the oil prices are gonna spike, right? All the production is more expensive, all the transportation is more expensive. Like, it's not only the gasolina or diesel that we put in our cars, it's the food that we import from other countries, it's the clothes that we import from other countries. Like, all of that is gonna get so much more expensive. So, hi man, fuck wars. I see all the memes, like all the millennial people are right now celebrating that they're buying their first house or apartment, and the world is like, yeah, no. But yeah, I think like we are kind of cooked. Like, again, like if I wasn't trading, just working 9 to 5 without making extra money from trading, it's truly like, I truly feel bad for anyone who is just surviving from for normal daily job, because it is so freaking hard. Like, the salaries are not catching up to what prices are doing, or they're not catching up to inflation, right? We don't see 10%, 20% salary increase every year, but that's the real inflation number. Yeah, let's hope the world is more sunny in few months, and not sunny in a weather sense, but just like, do you remember the times when there was no Trump? I mean, there have always been a wars, right? But like, do you remember like at some point? Maybe I was so young and I was naive and I didn't read the news so much, but I just remember the times when there was like the shit you read in the news, you were like, man, they are making stories of everything. Oh god, I don't like how this is developing now. Did Trump say anything? Because that was super quickly how it moved back to my entry. I hope it's not Trump saying something, because then I'm cooked. That candle started. Yeah, I think it's some kind of news. I hope not. I think news is the only thing that can really cook me in this trade. I honestly think like that's, if something happens in the news that is super positive, that might cook my trade, because this market started to little bit, you understand when the news is happening, when the market starts to wiggle. It starts to make those strange wiggles up and down really quickly, and when it starts to wiggle, that's usually like, hey, some news. We'll see if that's the case. But right now, Trump is preparing to talk. Aye, my shirt. The thing is, like, he can say something super bearish, and NQ, you know what it can do? It can wick hard and then go down, right? Those news wick is so, they're unpredictable in a sense. They're hard to trade. I mean, they're almost impossible to trade if it really is not going your way. But now it feels like, yeah, this is a little bit news-based dump, I would say, a bump, sorry. The way the market is moving, it's a little bit exactly like, hey, Trump is gonna start speaking, so we might be cooked, chat. We might be cooked. We might be cooked by NQ making a new high and maybe giving us the divergence we want. But yeah, this is switched quickly. This is some kind of, something is happening with the news, I would say, the way this market is right now. Like, as soon as you see those wiggles, let's open the financial choice really quickly. Nothing major yet, but it's one Trump sentence away from my stop loss. It's just the way it's developing right now. I think we have now high chance of getting stopped out, because this thing has momentum. It will test fair value gap on 1 minute. You mean here? I hope so, but I think this is, the market is, I feel, is preparing for some kind of good news if there is nothing out yet. But like the way it switched so fast, maybe it's just market being bullish. But I hope you're right, Peter. I hope you're right. But I don't like the way those candles are developing. We'll see. We have, but I feel this is, yeah. The thing is, volume spiked a lot here. This pump right now, it came with a high volume. Usually when those volume spikes are kind of news-based. US Supreme Court tariff ruling positive for boards and amid trade uncertainty. It reversed because I entered the short. Atomic. Sometimes it's, you need the villain in the story. I think it's gonna make a new high, stop me out, make the divergence, and then go. Because the volume spike is real, and usually those volume spike is kind of the news thing. Yeah, I think it's gonna go. Boto's about to speak. Yeah, I think that's why we are moving like this. Man, I was like, we were so close in my stop loss. We didn't get stopped out, but now I think it's gonna go to my stop loss. Just the way this it's really news type of movement. Like you get those moves exactly when the news happen. My assumption is maybe Trump says something positive, but the market is definitely expecting something positive right now. I mean, if we get stopped out, we will find a new trade, but that's a little bit unfortunate timing. I mean, that's what I told you guys earlier as well. We are trading at the times which are a little bit new in a sense that you get a lot of headlines, you get a lot of Trump speaking, someone else speaking, Iran telling something, some other Middle East leaders telling something, Israel telling something. Like there's always someone speaking when the war is going on, and that's the unfortunate reality for the markets as well. With these unfortunate events, is market will move not as it usually does, but that I think I'm gonna be stopped out. This look, it wants to make new high both on ES and NQ, so I don't think there's gonna be even divergence. Yeah, Trump fucked my trade now. Trade. I was like, we were so close getting stopped out, we didn't get stopped out, but now, yeah, this is... I mean, we find a new trade. But we switched with volume, so I think there's gonna be some positive news probably gonna come out. Like usually, like you see positive news before they come out, right? Because usually those algos, they are built with millions and millions and millions, and they are exactly built to react to the news before any of us could. So I'm assuming we're gonna get some nasty candle do. We don't make divergence as well. Man, it's so close to, no, it's pushing to my stop loss. Man, I was red, then I was green, then I was red again, and now I'm getting stopped out. But now it's time to refresh the news. Let's see what Trump says. He's gonna yap something, and the market will tell us if it's positive or negative. But this market is now super bullish. Like this is anyone who was shorting like me, and that's it, I'm stopped out. That was quick turn. You will hold a bit longer because I have a better entry. Makes sense. I don't dislike the idea of holding this trade until the VWAP activation bans. I think it's not a bad idea to hold this until VWAP activation bans, but I'm stopped out. Man, that was a bipolar trade, huh? It went to close to my stop loss, then it went to into profits, and now I got stopped out. Shit happens. I think now I'm gonna wait until Trump is finished talking, because don't stop me out and then go my way. Man, I'm manifesting a lot of things into existence right now, but I don't think so. This has a lot of strength wherever it's coming. Let's see where we bounced on EMAs. We had a perfect bounce on... We'll see. Is this the first red day in 4 months? It can be. It can be the first red day, but I'm gonna give myself another trade. I'm probably gonna risk 250 more. But man, if it stops me out and now really starts dumping, that would suck. That would suck, but I don't think so. I think it's really gaining strength. Let's see how those VWAP activation bands react, because that was my initial stop loss, that to put where the VWAP activation bands are. And that was such a crazy trade, huh? We was in profits and then we were stopped out quite immediately. Let's see. But Peter, if you have a better entry, I don't see the reason why you shouldn't hold it a little bit longer. What's the 5-minute RSI? Okay, now it's the moment of truth. But I'm still trying to understand what something in the news It's this one. When did we switch? Exactly at the same time. Okay, we switched to bullish exactly at the same time when UAE and Qatar lobby allies to pursue Trump to end Iran war zone. That was like that was exactly the moment we reversed. So that is the news that UAE is kind of pressuring Trump to finish the war. That's the thing with trading when the shit is going down. You need to be ready to do. Okay, NQ is green by the way for the day. NQ is green for the day. NQ, and we both made new highs as well, so we don't have any divergence. Man, if I enter again, I want as strong setup as possible, honestly. I want to have as strong setup as possible. That VWAP activation band is appetizing. I think we're gonna get some reaction from it. I might try super tight scalp. I said bullish today? Yeah, exactly. Now we are bullish. We switched so quickly from bearish. We had some bearish momentum and then we switched really quickly, and the volume is supporting this move. Let's see what else we have. We have volume profile. And the better question is, where are we in terms of the high time frame EMAs? 1 hour across 200 EMA, 100 EMAs here. Maybe in 40 points might be a good target for another short. I don't want to short this right now because this is let's see, we are on ES on the VWAP activation band, and we are coming close to NQ as well. Let me see what else we have. I don't want to short this now, but I don't mind. Let's see how those VWAP activation bands act, because that would be like that was my initial stop loss when they were much closer right here. Let's see. Is this today the first red day? Man, at the same time, if it's gonna be my first red day today, finally it's done, huh? Finally it's done. Let's see. What highs? Okay, so ES is gonna take out those highs. I think NQ does. So we don't have any higher time frame divergence. Yep, this high was boom taken out. The next one is here. Maybe if we get divergence that ES or NQ will take out this next high, which is in 80 points. Man, the market is volatile. 80 points in a quick succession. Let's see. Can we reject from the VWAP activation band? This is gonna be interesting place for sure. Can we get reaction from it, or we gonna close candle inside of them? Man, the volatility is real. It doesn't look so volatile, but the points that it moves, like this VWAP activation band looks like it's so close. It's actually 30 points away. 30 points is not the like a lot, but at the same time, if you size up, 30 points is a lot. Took another bit of profit. You guys are eating while I'm starving, huh? I wanna eat too. Let's see what this market gives us. But everyone should blame Atomic. Atomic said when he entered short, the market turned around. So Atomic is our villain. Is our villain in the story. Man, that thing. Let's see. That VWAP activation band is slowly giving reaction. It's slowly giving reaction. I want to kind of short again and put my stop loss above the VWAP activation band. But as we know, Trump is speaking any moment. Man, the 5 minutes is still telling me to short, to be honest. RSI at least. Let's see, what do we hold? 3 minutes. Trump started speaking. Man, I want to short this again. I'm going in with 2 more, and I'm going in with 2 more. I'm gonna play the VWAP activation bands. I'm gonna get out of this trade when we hit those VWAP activation bands. VWAP activation 25,055, 25,055. Okay, I'm willing to lose another 240. It's gonna be my, if I lose this trade, I'm probably gonna take a break and then find a new trade. Maybe it's time to, maybe, I don't know. I always told myself that I'm gonna risk 1000 on my first red day because it makes sense in terms of how many green days I have had, but I'm not sure if I'm actually gonna do it, but we'll see. 56, like my trade idea goes like, the reason why I enter right now is because we kind of rejected from the VWAP activation band. So there's 2 scenarios here. We either get the rejection we want from the VWAP activation band, or we gonna go inside of them. If we go inside of them, then I'm gonna be stopped out, and that's gonna be 2 losers for me, and that's probably gonna be my trading today. Trump called Barack Obama insane. Dude is unhinged. Yeah, welcome to Trump era. He's probably gonna find a way to say that this is a Biden war. Again, I don't wanna get political in this stream in any way, but let's see how this VWAP activation band. My stop loss is above it. This is my last hope. 55, 66. Yeah, I have a little bit room from this VWAP activation band. But definitely it's my last trade. I like how the 5 minute is still kind of giving this RSI divergence as well. We're still making lower highs than we were before. But at the same time, lose a trade, come back tomorrow. I think that's the best way to approach it. Or I'm gonna risk another 500 and then call it my first red day, or do a comeback. Like that's the rule I set myself. 1000 is the maximum I take as a first red day. So you can say I still have a room, and then we'll see how this is developing. But we learn something new every day in these markets. View activation band 58, still holding my stop loss safe. That view activation band is my safe line. 100%. If this doesn't reverse today, man, I will be shorting tomorrow. If I'm buying, go down. If I'm selling, to go up. It's just like you need to apologize to the market. Whatever you did to the market, it's something personal. You did something to the market, it's personal. No need to lose 1k for your first trade. I'll say if this trade doesn't go, just come back tomorrow. Bias just might be off today. I agree with you. We'll see. I mean, like, I would only risk another 300, 200 if there is like such a good setup, which I don't believe it's gonna happen so late in the session. But the only reason I set the 1000 as my limit is because I can divide the 1000 for 3 months or 4 months. That was my logic, but it doesn't mean that I'm gonna follow through. What's the market doing? Nvidia is 3.3% up. Can you imagine how much money it is? If Nvidia is 3% up, that's a lot of money. 315. Something like this. But Killian, you are truly right. It doesn't mean that I have to do it. It's just a soft stop that I set for myself as a first red day. Okay, let's see how the wave activation bands work. We are coming extremely close, 66. Yep, I have a little bit, 58. That wave activation band needs to hold. Otherwise, I am cooked on this trade, and then I will take 2 losers. And then we come back tomorrow. I mean, that's trading. Can we close candle inside the wave activation band? I hope not. What's the ES doing? ES is doing nothing so far. 59. I can give myself a little bit room because the volatility is so high, but not more than this. And we're gonna do 60. We're gonna do like this. That will be my last position. Limit sell 60. Stop loss will be the same. And I will lose how many points? 10 points on new 2 contracts. Stop, guys. Market is not against you. You know why you lose? Because I take the same trade like you. No, the market is not against you, my friend. It's just not the reversal. We're not getting the reversal we want. The 1 hour candle is closing shortly. Are we closing above 200 EMA as well? Yeah, I mean, we are closing above 200 EMAs as well. Let's watch Trump together. Oh, why not? Trump live. Let's see. It's this one? I think it's this one. Let me put music and let me bring my headphones.
Under budget, ahead of schedule. It'll be 400 million or less. Most people say 400 million or more, or less. But
What is Trump speaking? Let's hear.
it means money, so I like it. But my wife isn't thrilled. She said, "This is getting crazy." I said, "Don't worry about it. We'll be all finished up in a few months." But now for the reason
The White House channel.
this morning to recognize it,
That's probably a good idea. Can you guys send me the, I mean, I think it's all the same. I think this is all the same. More volume?
Doug Collins. Doug, thank you. You a stand-up, Doug. You did such a good job. 92% approval rating. Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, General Dan Kane, who's known as Raisin Kane. I liked him when I heard that name, Raisin Kane. I said, if it's true, you're my guy. And it's true. It's turned out it's very true. He's a great guy and a great general. Secretary of the Army, Dan Driscoll, and Army Chief of Staff, Randy George. Thank you. Thank you both, Dan. As well as Senators Tom Cotton, Bill Hagerty.
It's the Medal of Honor ceremony.
Can't have a better representative.
I was like, why are we not talking about what's going on?
And
Now it makes sense.
Representatives Tim Burchett, Jack Bergman,
More volume.
and Nicole Malliotakis. So we
One
have
second.
a few others sitting here, but I'm not going to go through it because we have far more important people to honor today. Oh, we have Tom Homan. I got it. Stand up, Tom. What a job. Zero people
You
coming
should
in.
have more volume now.
We had millions and millions of people pouring into our country now that, I mean, I'm not even sure I can believe this number is zero, but it is given out by Democrats. Democrats from the last, and they're rated for the last 9 months. We had 0 people come illegally through our border. Right, Tom? So I want to thank you very much. And I also want to salute 6 former Medal of Honor recipients: William Swenson, Jim McLuhan, Walter Marm, Thomas Paine, Sammy Davis. That's an interesting guy. Where is Sammy Davis? We have a big story here, Sammy. You've heard that all your life, I'll bet, huh? And Edward Byers. Stand up, please.
Do you think we'll see a Paris expansion this week? I think so. I think like I kind of predicted what the market
You all
will
look
do.
good.
My prediction was it's gonna zombie
You all
rally
look
up
good.
to give everyone like
ceremonies. Oh, great. It's a great
feeling that
It's
we're
a
gonna be
great honor.
bullish, but I think
no
the whole
greater-
thing
I tried
will
for myself.
play
I tried
out quite
numerous
bearish
times to get
when
one
we
by
go into
myself.
this
I
week.
keep getting shut down. They say you can't do it, sir. Bad protocol, very bad. I would say the worst. But I'm only kidding. You don't have to say I'm only kidding, otherwise the press will come out with it, which they actually did once. Donald Trump wants a Congressional Medal of Honor, but he's been shut down. But now you are brave, amazing people, and I want to thank you all. In 1941, Roddy Edmonds of Knoxville, Tennessee, enlisted in the U.S. Army and soon rose to one of the youngest master sergeants in the military. In 1944,
but
he
Toretta
sailed
asked
to
earlier,
Europe
let me see
to
Toretta.
fight in World War II. And
Why
he
didn't
was
you
so
consider the usual bounce on the
enthusiastic
15
and
minute
young
9
and
which
full of
by the way was
vim and vigor.
I honestly think
Roddy
like
soon found himself on
I
the front
just
lines of
excluded
the
any longs
Battle
today.
of the Bulge. That was
It's
a big
just
one.
psychological. I didn't play what chart was showing
outnumbered
me.
by enemy forces.
I
His
was I just had a bearish
1,200
bias,
soldier unit fought valiantly until they
and
were
that's why. But the setups
completely
were there for
overrun. The
longs.
force was
It's just I
massive
think my
on
psychology
the other
couldn't
side, many times
couldn't
number.
take them,
After
which
a
I should have.
4-day death march, one that was covered very well by the history books, through bitter cold, they were put into a German POW camp. Roddy was the top-ranking infantryman in
I'm
the
gonna check
camp.
where
He
is
was
my
number
payout.
1, meaning he was
Now that I'm
responsible for
losing
the
money?
lives of his fellow service members. On July 26, 1945, a Nazi SS officer issued an order over the camp loudspeaker,
I'm
loud
waiting
and
for
strong.
all of these
He
big
said that
checks
only
on the payout,
American
that's what I'm
Jews were to
checking.
show up to roll call following this morning. He added, all who disobey this order will be shot immediately. There were more than 200 Jewish American soldiers in the camp, and Roddy knew their separation from the group would mean certain death. So that night he summoned his team and devised a plan. The next morning, all 1,200 American men fell in line together, shoulder to shoulder.
We go down now?
Enraged, the
I hope so.
Nazi commandant rushed
But
forward,
this
drew his
is
Luger pistol,
it's looking
and
like
pressed
a
the barrel
zombie movie.
between
I don't know why.
Sergeant Edmonds' eyes. He
But I hope
barked at
so,
Roddy.
Peter. I hope so.
They cannot all be Jews, he screamed loud and again, and staring straight back into the raging
How's
face
the
of
overall
evil.
volume today? Does anyone
Sergeant
know?
Edmonds replied fearlessly, We are all Jews here.
The volume itself is low as
The
well.
Nazi officer lowered his weapon and the soldiers
If we
erupted
have a
in
low
cheers.
volume bump day,
With
then I
total
will really
disregard
look
for his
for
own
shots
life,
tomorrow.
Roddy had saved over 200 of his fellow service members. Their camp was liberated 2 months later. We're honored to be joined today by Roddy's son, Chris. Please stand up as
This is, I think it's a somber day.
Thank you, Chris. Today, your father gets the honor he so courageously earned. And really amazing, right? It's an amazing story. Congratulations
It's
to
like
the family of Master
every single
Sergeant
bullback is
Roddy
so small,
Edmonds.
and that's like usually the
The
perfect
next two
sign
we
for a
recognize today served in the 1st
15-minute
Battalion,
kinda two
28th
is
Infantry
showing us
Regiment
somewhere
of the
ahead.
1st Infantry
And we are
Division,
above
better
that.
known as Big
Okay.
Red 1. Do you know about that, Pete? Right? Command Sergeant Major Terry Richardson, we are honored to have you with us. On September 12, 1968, 102 brave men of Terry's Alpha Company were asked with securing Hill
Actually sent to Discord
222
DM
deep
last week.
behind
I'll
the
check it out
enemy's
later. I,
line
to
in
be honest, I have
Vietnam.
completely
They
missed all
didn't
my
know
DMs in
it
Discord.
at the time, had no idea, but the area was totally infested with nearly 300 enemy bunkers and many, many enemy soldiers, far outnumbering them by at least 4, 5, even 6 to 1. As Terry led Lima platoon up Hill 222, the enemy launched an ambitious and violent attack, unleashing a withering fire of machine guns and rocket-propelled grenades. Just didn't stop. It just kept coming. Pinned down in hell on earth, Terry summoned unimaginable courage. 3 times he exposed himself to enemy fire to rescue severely wounded comrades, and 3 times he dragged them back to the group. Terry soon realized that the 82 remaining men had one chance of survival. That was air support. Acting without regard of his own life, he grabbed a radio and charged up Hill 222 alone. He needed to be there. It was the only place you'd get reception. He withstood a storm of enemy bullets, eventually reaching the top, where he spent the next 8 hours calling in tactical strikes, completely exposed. An hour in, an enemy sniper shot rang out and the bullet tore through his right leg violently. He was in bad shape, but Terry disregarded that and pushed
So
through.
we are listening
And
to
after
wartime
7 more
stories,
hours
huh?
of calling in American fire from above,
Trump is giving us some
enemy
wartime stories.
retreated. Later that day, his team found him with both eardrums totally ruptured and a mangled right leg and foot, but still barely living, but living nevertheless. Due to Terry's actions above and beyond the call of duty, 82 men, Alpha Company, survived this battle, including 2 in this room, Norm Meyer and Dave Himmer. Where are you? Can you understand that?
I
Norm and
wonder
Dave?
what those
Where's
veterans
Norm and
feel. Because honestly, like, how do you feel disappointed that you decided to give your life for a country? I always wonder, like,
Very good.
yeah, you get honored, you get your medals, but you know yourself. You
And
lived
that
the
story's
last
100%
25
correct,
years.
isn't it, huh? See, pretty. It's how much
It's
have you
not
paid
talking
him over
something
the
important.
years? Have you-
Like, you live the last 25 years without one leg. You have PTSD, you have trauma and everything. Like, even if you get the medal, what do this? Like, do you feel you're disappointed that you went there? Because, like, if you are a veteran in America, right, you're probably quite old now from Vietnam and so on. So the question is, like, how they see country is today. And again, I'm not getting any political or anything, but do they feel like at that time it made sense to go, but now what this country is, it doesn't make sense? Again, I don't live in America, I don't comment its politics. I'm just wondering, like, if president is giving you this speech,
That's great.
what do you actually feel?
That's a great brave man.
Because it's a beautiful
met him
words.
back
It's
there. He said,
beautiful
"He's
that you
Central
recognize
Casting.
these
Look at him.
people
He
and
looks
everything,
great.
but
He
man,
looks great. You feel like fun? We
living
could- I think we could
half
take him
of
to
your
that.
life
What do you
without a
think?
leg
We'll
or
make a
hand
little-
or whatever,
We'll make a little
just
deal with
for
him.
some
If
rich
you
people.
are a brave man. Finally, we honor one more American soldier, a fallen warrior of wars, and really terror.
War is so
Staff
sad.
Sergeant Michael Ollis.
It's
born
like you
in
don't want to listen to it,
1988
but you
on
have to
Staten
because you never
Island.
know when he
Michael
will
grew
drop
up
the mic. Yeah,
seeing
it's
the
true.
World Trade Center
He can
across the bay. I know
say
Staten
some
Island so
wild
well. The
things.
people in Staten Island are amazing. After 9/11, Michael enlisted in the army.
Especially,
and by
imagine you're a veteran, you
24
fought
years
for your
old, he was in,
country, you
he
lost
was-
your
he was locked
leg,
in,
you
he
lost your
loved it, he
arm,
wanted it so badly.
you
He
lost
was a
quality
squad
of
leader
life,
serving
right?
Afghanistan with
Maybe you're blind,
2nd
maybe you're
Battalion,
deaf.
22nd
And then you see the whole
Infantry
Epstein
Regiment,
file
1st
thing, and
Brigade
you see that
combat
the
team
same people you fought
of
for
the
are,
legendary 10th
I can't say the
Mountain
word
Division.
in my stream, but
On August
um,
28th, 2013,
crazy.
terrorists detonated a 400-pound car bomb on the east wall of the forward operating base.
They
Guns
just send them while chilling in the AC
ripping
rooms.
open
This
a
world is cooked.
60-foot wide
Yeah,
breach
that's the
into
thing
a
with wars,
compound
right?
that
You
housed
fight
NATO
for someone
coalition
who
forces,
sits in
a
a
lot of
bunker.
them. 10 Taliban fighters wearing suicide vests swarmed through. From across the
Just
compound,
make-
Michael saw the pillar
You
of
have
white
Dana
smoke
White,
rising and
just
ran
make
to
the
join
UFC.
the fight, rushing
Let
without
them fight it out.
his gear, wearing almost no gear, no Kevlar helmet,
Put two
no
leaders
body
in the
armor,
cage.
just one magazine in his rifle. Along the way, he encountered a Polish soldier, and together they advanced under heavy fire, very, very heavy fire. At one point, shrapnel ripped through the Polish soldier's legs, rendering him unable to walk, very, very severely hurt. In that chaos of gunfire, explosions, and charred human remains, a terrorist insurgent appeared, rounding a corner with his suicide vest, fully armed, and you could see it. It was going to happen. He charged the wounded Polish soldier without hesitation. Michael raised his gun and forced himself
I'm considering adding
between the
here.
insurgent and the man he just
I have
met,
one more
shielding
ad
him with his
at the
own
top
body. He knew
here.
it was going to
Every
happen. He
weekend,
shielded him
like it's my last kind of
with his
size
own
up.
body. You know, bravery's amazing. You never really know who's brave,
We'll
who's
see.
not until they're really tested. We think some people are brave, Pete, and they're not. We think others aren't, and they are. You never know. But he was tested. That's called the ultimate test, right? And at perhaps his final heartbeat, Michael fired his weapon, and the terrorist detonated his vest simultaneously. Staff Sergeant Ollis was killed just weeks
We have
before
new
his
diversions, by the way.
25th birthday, and nobody was any more brave than that. In his final act on Earth, Michael absorbed the blast, sparing the life of
Prime
that
Minister
Polish
should
warrior.
fight in the UFC if war happens.
We're grateful to
Yeah,
have
I
in
agree,
the
like,
room with
Put them in
us
the
today,
cage.
Second
Let them
Lieutenant
fight it
Carol
out.
Sirapika.
But I know the
Carol
world is not so
Sirapika.
simple.
Where are you, Carol?
And I mean, like,
Hey.
do you expect the billionaire to go and fight it for their own with their own blood? Yeah, I
Would
don't
you
think
like
it's
to
ever
come
gonna
up?
happen.
Please.
And you remember when the news was, oh, we're gonna have Mark
I'd love to have you.
Zuckerberg and
Thank you, Carol.
Elon Musk in the UFC, man? That was relaxing times. You're like, oh, that's, you know, like some news that happened in the past, you took it for so granted. You were like, oh, that's stupidity. Why are we even reporting it? But now when the shit is hitting the fan, you're like, I wish there was news that just
Mr. President,
reports some kind of stupid trauma that
my
doesn't
minister
affect anyone. It doesn't do any harm to anyone. It's just like
distinguished West,
something to
everyone
report.
got to it here today. Dear my Basha, Michael, and Jacob, especially dear Linda and Robert, and the entire Always family.
Zuckerberg.
What do you have that you did not receive?
What do you
This
guys
how
think?
I
Do you think
invite
Zuckerberg is
to say
AI?
few words to speak to you all here. In this special place and on the on
Do you think he's the
occasion
first human
of this
AI?
incredibly
He always acts so robotic.
one that is significant for many, but truly especially
This is clearly
exceptional for me.
drumming up
Is a
support and
particular privilege and a
nostalgia
great
for
honor.
war heroes and recruiting the
Above
next
all,
army to go fight in the
however,
desert.
it is my
Don't think we're
commitment.
gonna get any news from
It
this
is
speech.
part of my new mission. which
You
began
might not be
13
wrong.
years ago.
I think I will
A
give
soldier is not something
5
you are
more
from
minutes. I'm
time
getting
to
super
time.
hungry. It's actually usually the
It's-
time when I stop streaming. I'm gonna give this position
you are-
open if I'm not gonna get stopped
Who
out
you
before
are
that.
forever. It
But
is
I
just
think I'm
like
gonna
you
give this
are
market
not
5
a
more
mother,
minutes and
father,
then
sister and brother.
Suck is rich. Oh yeah,
For
he's
us,
rich as fuck, but
Only for a moment.
is he AI?
These are
Or
not
is he
rules
human?
given to us for a while. They are a great
Now I
gift,
think it's
but
cooler,
also a
but if you
great
look at
lifelong
Zuckerberg
commitment.
interviews like 10 years ago, he
Yes,
was so
today
robotic.
my commitment and my
I think like when he was in front of Congress, I mean there you
cultivate the
understand
memory
if you
of
see
two
the other side of the Congress, it's only like
heroic act of
photographers.
courage that I witnessed
But-
performed by your beloved son, Michael.
But like he was so robotic and then he discovered MMA and
Please forgive
he started to
if
be
my
much
words
more
have
human.
not fully
Now he's
captured
much
what
more human, I think.
I truly feel
But
today.
he used to be super
However,
robotic. Like
sometimes
this
words
guy
are
is
simply
testing
not
some
enough.
kind of chip.
I'm
Guys, I
deeply
need to
moved
use the bathroom. I think that's it
and
for me
grateful to
today.
God for my
This Trump
service,
speech
for
is
my parents,
boring.
for
I need
my
some food in my
family,
system.
for my beloved honorable
Um,
Poland.
I thank you all for watching. Wasn't the best trading today. We got stopped out. We're probably gonna get stopped out again. It is what it is. Sometimes you need to take some to the chin. I mean, I kind of manifested the red day, right? We have the first red day. I don't know how it's gonna close. If anything changes, I'm gonna keep you guys updated. But yeah, I think I'm gonna take a little break here, relax, and we'll see whether I'm gonna have my first red day or not. We'll see. But anyways, guys, thank you for watching. Thank you for being in another stream. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow we will go back to hitting our trades, 200 points and whatever. Tomorrow we go back. Anyways, guys, love you all. I think I'm stopped out in this trade any moment. It is what it is.